This video is not about how to meditate or journal your way into loving your life. You're a hot girl and you want sassy, game-changing ways to fall in love with your life. So I'm gonna dish out 4 evidence-based strategies on how you can do just that so you can live your best life, queen. I'm talking about dating yourself, why you need a highlight reel, reigniting that inner fire, and limiting toxic energy. So let's get into it. Girls, let's get real. When was the last time you genuinely took yourself out on a date? And I'm not talking about Netflix and chill at home in your pajamas. I'm talking about picking an activity, putting that in your calendar, putting on a fire outfit, going outside, and really being present and mindful in the moment and focused on you. So taking yourself out on a date is a fire way to fall in love with your life because it checks all the evidence-based boxes, okay? First, when you treat yourself like your own soulmate, you are literally manifesting and living in a way that shows yourself that you are important and you deserve love, affection, and prioritization. Be your own Prince Charming. Take yourself out on that date and treat yourself the way you want to be treated because actions translate into mindset and you will start feeling and believing that you are in love with your life. Next is mindfulness. So I know meditation is really good and all, but it's not as fun as taking yourself out on a date and just really being present. Maybe you're at a bookstore and you can smell the book and you're really present reading the pages, or you're drinking a cafe in a coffee shop, or maybe you're in an art gallery looking at the art and really taking in the vibes. Mindfulness does not have to be meditation. It could be doing an activity you really enjoy, getting dressed up and going outside. And mindfulness practices have been well known to decrease stress, increase your emotional regulation, and help you fall in love with your life. Another benefit of taking yourself on a date is self-worth. If you are able to enjoy activities without depending on other people and genuinely show up for yourself, that tells you that you are important, you are a priority, and you are worth the time and effort. So taking yourself out on dates is a way of positive reinforcement to really reward yourself, treat yourself because you're a hot girl and you deserve it. Another benefit of taking yourself on a date is you reduce your need for external validation. So being really independent and happy in your own company reduces your reliance on validation from other people for you to be happy. And lastly, taking yourself out on dates is a great time for self-discovery, to rediscover your interests, your passions, your likes, your hobbies, and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Because how often do we mindfully spend time with ourselves? I know we all scroll on TikTok or scroll on Instagram, but how often are we really mindfully spending time with ourselves, prioritizing ourselves, treating ourselves like our own goddamn soulmates, okay? So I really hope that I've convinced you to spend some me time and go on a date ASAP, okay? Recently, I went to my favorite lunch spot, ordered my favorite dish of massaged kale with pesto, and I got some steak on the side because I was feeling fancy AF. I brought my favorite book. I also got some tea and flowers after. It was a vibe. If you're not sure what to do for your own date, the options are really endless. You can go to a cafe, a museum, a bookstore, go skating. You can go do a picnic in a park, a cooking class, a spa, literally whatever you're interested in, you can go try it out. So pick a date, pick an activity, put it in your calendar, and prioritize yourself because you're a hot girl and you deserve it. So next up, we have highlight reels. So we've all heard about, gratitude journaling and writing about what you're grateful for. If that works for you, that's amazing. But personally, I find that boring. It is boring. So what we can do instead that is fun and sassy is make a highlight reel. You can make a highlight reel of your own life, of your favorite moments. We so often see the highlight reels of everyone else's life on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, but we don't really take the time to make our own. And I'm sure that you have footage, you have photos, you have memories and experiences that you can bring out and make a really cool reel. And if you have no content, this could be a really fun artistic project to also encourage some gratitude and mindfulness when you're going about your day, doing your favorite things. Remember to take a photo or take a video. And it really does not have to be fancy. Here's an example of a highlight reel I made of my life last winter. You don't need to be a world traveler or an Instagram star to make a reel, and just enjoy the little things in your life. So how is this aligned with evidence-based strategy? Making a highlight reel is aligned with positive psychology. So it really focuses on enhancing well-being and encouraging individuals to focus on the positive aspects of their lives. Next is gratitude. Making a highlight reel makes you reflect on what moments of joy, accomplishments, or happiness that you've encountered in the past couple of days, weeks, months, or whatever. And there is a lot of research about how important gratitude is for feeling happy in your life. And lastly, making a highlight reel encourages mindfulness because now you're really noticing these positive moments of your life. And lastly, you really don't have to share this. You can maybe post it on your Finsta or just have it for yourself, share it with some friends or family. You don't need to share this, and don't make it into a goal of like, oh my God, I need like 100 likes, 1,000 likes, or 1,000 watches, whatever. This is just for you to really remember and reminisce the positive, fun moments of your life. We're talking about rediscovering your passions, reigniting that fire. Like, oh my God, it is getting hot in here. Understanding what you love, who you are, and connecting with yourself is so important for falling in love with your life. So many times we just go through the motions of living, of like eating, sleeping, working, and repeating. And we don't take intentional time to nourish our interests, discover ourselves, and explore. And that exploration and the pursuit of your passions is actually really important for being in love with your life. And if you're thinking, oh my God, I have no interest, I don't know what to try, I don't like anything, or like I'm really on a budget, girl, don't worry. I got lots of ideas for you. You don't have to do anything fancy. It can be easy as reading a book or starting a mini book club, going to the library. You could be cooking new recipes, doing a cooking class. You could be dancing. You could take a dance class or dance in your room, do yoga, or do anything. The ideas are endless. It's kind of like taking yourself out on a date. Really explore and play with it. One thing I got into was abstract art. Like you can see here, I made some abstract art, and this is another piece that I never finished. It is just pink. But you don't have to do anything fancy. Just explore your interests. Think about when you're a child, like what did you like to do? That could be a really good indicator. Pursuing your interests is an evidence-based way to fall in love with your life for two reasons. Number one, engaging in meaningful activities is really important for life satisfaction. It brings a sense of joy, a sense of accomplishments, and purpose. And the second reason is self-expression and creativity. Being able to tap into your creative side and express yourself can really also result in happiness, joy, being present, etc. So lastly, we want to limit negative energy and toxic energy, because as much as we are adding positivity and gratitude, mindfulness into our life through going on dates with ourselves, doing activities we enjoy, making highlight reels, if you're surrounded by negative energy, bad juju, that is going to drain your energy, and you want to protect your energy. So that might be certain people, media, or environments. Like maybe you don't like chaotic environments, or there are certain people who talk about toxic topics that you don't want to partake in, or it could be media. Social media is a super common culprit. I also want to mention that it is totally okay to seek professional support when necessary. Therapy or counseling are great additions to your social support and support system, because as much as we're hot girls and we can take accountability for our own happiness, we live in a society. We are influenced by the energy and events of our environment, the people around us, and society as a whole. We are under the influence of systemic influences like racism, sexism, capitalism, etc. So as much as, yeah, you can go get it and grab your own happiness, realistically, it's okay to get support, because we can't control everything in our environment, and it can be really overwhelming, exhausting, or stressful at times. And lastly, I firmly believe that hot girls sleep 8 hours a day. No joke, you would not believe what a difference sleeping 8 hours a day, eating properly, and exercising does for how happy you feel and how in love with your life you can be. So I highly recommend that if you can make that work for your current lifestyle. So if you take anything away from this video, I want you to take yourself out on a date and start treating yourself like your own soulmate, okay? My name is Rosie and I make videos to empower women to live their best lives professionally and personally. If you want to learn more strategies for falling in love with yourself and developing your inner confidence, watch this video next. Bye!